Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for a job.
We're first! Go around, get a shot inside the car!
Hey, back away!
I got it, I'm back.
Will this be on television?
Morning news, if it bleeds, it leads.
Are you currently hiring?
Nightcrawler, a film directed by Dan Gilroy, is a neo-noir satirical crime thriller about a man whose obsessive chase for money drives him into the world of crime journalism. After sending his first footage to a minor news station, the protagonist, Lou Bloom, who's portrayed by Jake Gyllenhaal, gets encouraged to gather more drastic material that will attract audiences, which will soon turn into an obsession. He proceeds to pursue his goal of delivering gradually more gruesome footage, acting completely against widely accepted principles of morality, while in turn getting praised and rewarded by his employer. The niche field of crime journalism explored in Gilroy's movie can be read as a metaphor for the fast-paced and money-driven media industry. Therefore, this video essay will focus on how Dan Gilroy's Nightcrawler uses grotesque satire as means of social commentary on the media industry, and explore the ethical questions it raises through its framing of journalism. Further throughout the film, the character is seen navigating his new profession and life with his unperturbed confidence and impassivity, as he seemingly easily falls into the character of an assertive entrepreneur after only one chance encounter with another so-called Nightcrawler. Lou consistently exudes signs of wavering, whether by participating in multiple online courses or hiring Bragg to essentially be his navigation assistant. Such impermanence of direction in the character's life is akin to a paradox in media work, a creative tension occurring during the work process in the media industry. In such a way, the paradox of pleasure and precarity is depicted. Lou is successful in his entrepreneurship. However, the news organization and even the police constantly get suspicious of his actions. The paradoxes of freedom and dependence, as well as collectivity and fragmentation, are dramatically evident within the film. Lou is a freelancer, although he depends on Nina and the news industry. He works alone, although he tries to cooperate with his fellow Nightcrawlers. Therefore, the film not only portrays a fairly realistic image of the night-crawling profession, it also exists as an accurate representation of the media industry on an executive level. The character of Lou, notably a white male, seems invisible as he climbs up the career ladder against all odds and moral principles. He hires a financially disadvantaged, non-white employer and abuses his situation by not paying him sufficiently and treating him with disrespect. Ultimately, he films his work partner dying and sells the footage for a profit.
You saw it. You saw it.
I can't jeopardize my company's success to retain an untrustworthy employee.
Moreover, at the end of the movie, Lou is confronted by his illegal activities by a police officer who happens to be a black woman, but ultimately does not take responsibility for his actions as they cannot be proven.
And this is being recorded and filmed?
Yes, from the camera up there. Wide angle.
Could you tell me how it is you were at the Chinatown Express tonight and called the 911?
Of course. It began earlier in the day. I was watering my plant. I looked out my window at my apartment, the one you visited, and I saw a dark-colored vehicle with two men inside parked across the street. I didn't think anything of it, otherwise I would have reported it then. We began our night. My employee and myself. And around approximately 12:38, I looked in my rearview mirror and I saw what looked like the same men in the same vehicle following us.
We see the officer's frustration and the power imbalance between the two, which conveys the white patriarchal privilege.
I'm the news director. Can I help you?
You can help yourself by collecting up every copy of the shootout, the chase, the crash, all of it, now.
It's KWLA property.
It's evidence.
Of what?
I got a cop near death in the hospital. 3 dead, 4 wounded, and a dozen major crimes stretching a mile a third. Let's take as evidence.
It's news footage bought and paid for from an independent contractor.
And how do you think he got it?
If there's an issue, speak to him.
Don't get in the way of this.
Unless you have a judge's order, we're going within 4 months.
Importantly, not only is Nightcrawler a medium which makes a meta-narrative about another media career, but also an example of a cross-media storytelling. The Open Road Film's marketing strategies for the film included posting a fictional video resume on Craigslist and creating fake social media profiles for Lou. Such practices are becoming increasingly more common within the media industry, as it allows the content to reach a broader audience across different media platforms and engage with the story world on a more personal level. The director compares the events depicted in the film to real-life events happening every day, where the audiences are nearly coerced into watching terrible events happening in the world. Therefore, throughout the film, the creators strive to construct a satirical depiction of events that would resonate with the viewer.
First manifestations of that was getting rid of their full-time guys at night. I saw that as an opportunity when I was getting into this business a few years ago to fill that gap, because those stories still happen, it's just there's nobody around to take those pictures. What I'm doing is sitting here listening to the scanners, listening for calls that may potentially be newsworthy. Then going there, I'll take pictures, which I'll file with Toronto news outlets. I've been here for several hours. Things may heat up. At around 1 o'clock, the bars are starting to close, people get into fights, people start shooting each other. Or police, the first thing I do is administer first aid. As a human being, I have an ethical obligation to help people. So the pictures that the newspaper wants are not the pictures of a person laying in the front seat of their car or dying. And I think there's a misconception that photojournalists that's what they're trying to get. I have had tears running down my face while I'm taking pictures.